Dear old Majora's Mask. You know, it was used by an ancient unknown tribe in the hexing rituals. Unfortunately, it seems they might have got the receiving end of Majora's, troubles that caused a great cataclysmic event that might have been responsible for wiping that tribe out. And what does Majora's Mask go around doing while using Skull Kid as a little puppet, Going around causing all sorts of trouble. The 3DS version makes it more obvious and apparent, but we already knew that, those four bosses and those four temples that were sealing away the giants, or whatever it was they were doing, were kind of causing a lot of trouble for each and every region of the world. Hmm. In fact, it was Majora using Skull Kid as a puppet that was responsible for stealing the Zora eggs. Hmm. After all, he led the pirates to believe that they were trying to get treasure, didn't they? And also, he blocked the road he blocked the road to the Romani Ranch. Who knows? Majora may have known about the aliens that were coming to attack, and maybe want to stop them from delivering milk just for the lulz. hmm. And of course, Skull Kid was also responsible for the cursing of Cafe by turning him into a child. Of course, and going around and of course they were also responsible for the Deku Boy, who became a lifeless shrub that we just passed on before we moved into Termina. After all, in the end credits, what do we see with the Deku Butler over there with that little tree? He's crying like mourning somebody that was lost. In fact, the Deku Butler mentioned that, we kind of resembled his son. If we wear the Deku mask. Which means that Majora might have stolen old Deku Boy's soul and turned him into a lifeless shrub and used it to curse Link. Hmm. How horrible. How horrific, don't you think? Of course, of course, of course. That's all. Of course, we all know that Majora would go on to, try to cause the moon to fall into the earth as, the ultimate prank on everybody. hmm. Seems like Majora likes to do things a bit more maliciously with his pranks than, Skull Kid used to do. hmm. Hmm. You know, now they mention it, what was the happy mask salesman wanting with Majora's Mask in the first place? Maybe he just was a little morbidly curious about things that he probably should have left well enough alone. Then again, that moon children in that creepy little garden up on the moon. Whose face do you suppose is behind those masks? And why do they look like the happy mask salesman? Maybe they come from the same species, maybe? We also saw Happy Mask Salesman just vanish into thin air at the end. And he seemed kind of a little disappointed that, Majora's dark power left Majora's mask. But then again, what exactly is Majora anyway? Was it related to that ancient tribe? You know, the mask takes over people with weak wills, doesn't it? Maybe that's what led to the destruction of, that ancient tribe that, tried to use it for evil. Mm-hmm. And those that were left sealed away somewhere tight. And I was somewhere tight hoping it would never be used again. Hmm. After all, such terrifying dark power should be kept sealed away forever and ever and ever. Anyway, will see you later. Remember to play games and have fun. Okay, bye bye now.